Look how empty this is looking. I've just cleared under the stairs. There's still a million boxes behind me and need to take some stuff to the charity shop. But this to me is giving end of an era. I may actually have to get a little photo like sitting in this gap. And then these are a couple of little prezzies for Neighbour Jim. We've already had the neighbours goodbye on Sunday obviously, but we're having Neighbour Jim over just for a special like one-on-one, and we got them a couple of prezzies. One of them didn't arrive in time, which is annoying because we ordered ages ago, but there's some gardening bits because Neighbour Jim loves gardening more than anybody else. I think this would also be a good like moving thumbnail. I am so bad at actually remembering to get thumbnails, but is this a good one? Gosh, it actually does feel, it's starting to feel a little bit more emotional. I wasn't upset or sad at all, like I haven't shed a single tear. But, you know, if these walls could talk, like a lot has happened in this house. I got sober here, like so many life things have changed. It's been the only house I've ever lived in on my own. This is the only place I've ever been like completely independent, living by myself. I've always lived with somebody. I went from living with my family to uni to then a partner. And this has been the only place that I've had a stretch of time on my own just to like breathe and kind of like get to know myself again, especially in sobriety. That has been a big old roller coaster, but an absolutely beautiful one. And it is just kind of sinking in now that today is my last day here, like leaving in the morning. Tonight is the last night I'll ever sleep in this cottage, and it actually is a little bit emotional, but it's good. I feel really good about it. I'm moving on to something amazing. I think it really helps when you've got something to go to that you're so excited about, and I'm so ready to move on, like, and close this chapter and open a new one. I am so ready for that, but it is a bit bittersweet. It comes with a little bit of, you know, reflection and sadness. And my overwhelming feeling is that this has just been such a gorgeous place to live and such a girly cottage. I've loved my time here so much. Obviously I had a really difficult time here, literally had a breakdown in this house. However, we came out of the other side like a butterfly from its cocoon, a phoenix rising from the ashes. Mitch Rowland once told me in 2023 to my face that I would be a phoenix rising from the ashes, and if Mitch Rowland tells you that, you bloody better believe it. You really know shit's getting serious as well when you start to take the lampshades off. The one I am most excited for is this one at the top of the stairs. It smells so much like Zaflora up here as well, but this one, this is my favourite light fixture pendant in the house. I think they still sell it, so I will link it down below, but oh my goodness. Need to do that one up there, but oh my gosh. It's getting very, very real. So many good books up here. I need to do some recommendations. Whoop. Gosh. These aren't all going to fit. Right, very quickly, these are my top book recommendations from this bookshelf. We've got The Paper Palace, The Heart's Invisible Furies. This is in my top 5 books of all time if you haven't read this. Absolutely get on it. The Vanishing Half, which has got a little bit scratched. Don't know how that's happened. My Policeman, fun fact, I sat next to Bethan Roberts at the last Harry Styles concert I went to. The same one where Mitch Rowland told me I was going to be a phoenix rising from the ashes. Speaking of, this is too good of a segue, Rewitched by Lucy Jane Wood. Absolutely gorgeous, especially if you are 29, 30 or thereabouts. We've got Small Pleasures, I really enjoyed that one. Little Fires Everywhere, it's a classic, got turned into a TV show. An American Marriage was very, very good. And finally, The Great Alone by Kristen Hanna. Oh, she's a tearjerker. I'm in my new pyjamas, obviously, because it's me, and I'm just about to have a shower and wash my hair for the last time in this house. Everything is the last time, and I'm really looking forward to doing it so that I can then pack up the bathroom properly. I've done the cabinet, which is small, so it didn't take me long anyway, but I can finally do the last little bits and bobs, and then this room will be done. We truly are like ticking things off by the shed load. Like this, the little corridory hallway bit was filled with boxes, and that's all done. All that's left is my new puffer coat, which is like a duvet, and my scarf that I got from a TikTok shop. And they're there with my little hat, because obviously they're like day-to-day things that I need. But all of my other coats, boots, everything is in the van. Like, we truly are getting there bit by bit in these pyjamas. I love the pink. They just like, they wouldn't be the same. I've just realised it's wicked, isn't it? Pink goes good with green, or is it green goes good with pink? I don't know. It's one of the two. It's that time of moving where you have to eat everything that's in the freezer. So I'm literally having vegetable spring rolls, cream cheese, jalapenos, and frickles for my dinner. Probably with a little dollop of mayonnaise on the side. And when I pop that on my, oh, I thought I was going to stand on Millie. I almost tripped. But when I put that on Instagram, people are going to be like, beige buffet, love it. Someone's making biscuits. Making biscuits in the bed. Bless her. She's got stuff on the back of her neck because she went to the vets and had her vaccinations, and she was very, very good. And I just have to show you, this is literally girlhood right now. This is moving girlhood. So mattress on the floor because the bed has sold. So I've got this lamp in the corner. There's still some like random bits and bobs floating around, but I've got my lime dash. What have we got? I've kind of just put everything from my, actually I think I vlogged it, didn't I? I've put everything from my bedside table into these drawers. So I've got like my emotional support Sudafed. I've been such a little poorly poppet. I've got like lip balms, serums, eye creams. I've got my drink. I've got my phone. I've got my baby girl cat. I've got my hot water bottle. And it's our last night in the cottage. I actually can't believe it. And I've picked an absolute classic of a film. So I was just having a look and I was like, okay, what are we going to watch? Because it has to be something so comforting and something like so super relaxing. And I sat down, I was having a look and I found Chalet Girl. And I was just like, oh yeah, Chalet Girl is like one of the best movies. So this is us for the evening and it's our last ever night in the only home that Millie has ever known. And then in the morning, the fiance's turning up and he is going to help with the rest of the packing, which is basically just like these mattresses. Let me show you quickly. It's so strange that the house is empty. Like, look at this in here. It is completely empty. But listen to how echoey it is. The boiler cupboard's empty. And then the wardrobes are completely empty. And it's just like, oh, it's really sinking in now that we are going and that this is the very last time we're ever going to sleep here. But you know what? This actually, look at this girl. This is actually such a cute way to do it. And my partner and my mum were like, do you want someone to stay there with you? And it just feels really fitting that it's just me and Millie. God, these walls have been painted so badly. It's not actually that bad in real life. But yeah, it looks terrible, especially with that new furniture. But look at this baby, and I just really think it is the most fitting end in the only house I've ever lived in on my own for it just to be me and Mills. Good girl. You wanna get comfy? Okay. I've just taken my makeup off and because I've packed everything from the bathroom, I had to be like, right, where's the bathroom box? Find the cleanser, find a flannel so I can take my mascara and everything off. But I just wanted to check in with you before I really settle down and watch this movie with Millie. She's gone to sleep already, bless her. Because I just remember like so many times in this bedroom sitting here and kind of worrying so much about how things are going to turn out. But I saw a post on Instagram the other day. I would love to have like a more highbrow source, but it was literally just an Instagram post. It was a cartoon of two little animals and one of them said, I'm so scared I don't know what's coming next. And the other animal was like, you'll be fine, you never have. And I was like, that's so true. We never know what's coming next in life and we never have known, but we've always just lived and it's happened and we've gotten through it anyway. And there's one specific time I'd gone to Milan for C's birthday. C, who used to live here, it was her 30th and she had her celebrations in Italy and my flight was so delayed on the way home. And I remember just sitting on the runway at Milan Malpensa and then getting back to Heathrow and getting a taxi here and it was raining and I got a really emotional message, and I was like trying not to cry in the back of the taxi, and it felt very like main character movie moment, but in a sad way. All of the emotions, and obviously I'm just in the back of this cab with raindrops going down the window as we drive through London, and I was like, oh, here we go. Got back home to the cottage, got through the door, and just having Millie, like getting home and the house not being completely empty and silent and devoid of a single soul, like getting home and having her run up to me was so lovely. And then I remember going and getting in bed here. Obviously I'm on a mattress on the floor now. I was in the bed in here, and Millie climbed up and fell asleep on my chest, and I just remember crying. Like, I was so emotional, and I just didn't know what the next steps were going to be. And I was really trying my best to be brave and just sticking close to my programme and making sure I was doing well with my sobriety and staying on top of that as paramount importance. And things have just fallen into place, like, and I wish I could go back and tell myself that everything was going to work out. But on the flip side, I knew that things were going to work out, even though I was so sad and I didn't know what was going to happen. Like, I didn't give up, and I always had faith. I think a lot of that is down to my higher power, but also a lot of it is down to just trying to let go a little bit more, like let go, and wonderful things will happen. Like in the morning, I'm literally moving into my first ever home that I've ever owned with my husband to be. Like, that is it's actually wild. I'll tell you what's not wild is that I'm sitting here with my cup of tea. It is a Twinings licorice and peppermint, which I don't like quite as much as the Lidl one. I'm very red. Why am I so pink? But yeah, I don't think I like it as much as the Lidl one, but it's not as sweet, and I've already had one of the Lidl ones, so this tastes like a little bit cleaner. But I'm here with my Emma Bridgewater peas and beans mug, and I'm going to sip this and I'm going to watch Chalet Girl. I've got my little Millie, I've got you guys. It truly does feel like I'm chatting to friends. So thank you for being here with me, and I will see you tomorrow, which is moving day. Love you guys. Is it true what they say about posh girls? Nobody can tell me that this cat isn't smiling. How surreal. It is moving day. I'm currently in the kitchen with Millie because we managed to get her in the side. We lost her for a while and we were like, where is Millie? I opened the moving van and she was in the back of the moving van. She's been jumping in non-stop this whole entire time, and we hadn't realised and shut the door. So she is one of those cats that's like, curiosity killed him. She will jump in anything. So we have got her back now, and it's getting to the stage where we are practically there. You can probably hear from the echo. So I'm in here, I've been cleaning, it smells amazing in here. The fridge and the freezer have been emptied, which is like always the last job on the list. So we're about ready to put Millie in the carrier and go, and we've just got a call to say that the house is completely ready. The money is in the seller's bank and the house is ours, it belongs to us, and we are, yeah, like I said, about to put Millie in and go.